Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I'm planning out the week of January 30th through February 5th. I'm using the Ratatouille kit from Scribble Prints Co. I didn't know English. We're off to a great start, friends. I didn't know when else I would use this kit. That doesn't sound right. You all know what I mean. So I decided to use it this week. And I just adore, anything Disney, if you all know me. And then I am going to pair it with matte bronze and matte silver mixed. And then I did get some underlays from Plannahannah as well in I think they're the Paris style. They're the Eiffel Towers. And yeah, just super exciting. So this foil bundle here is from Scribble Prints Co. and I am an affiliate with Scribble Prints Co. You can use Rosey10 to save 10% off at her shop. And if you use any of my codes, I appreciate it. I have any codes or discount links or anything in my description box. And sorry if I sound nasally. I am getting over being sick, and I put off filming this voiceover as long as I possibly could because I didn't want to sound super nasally and sniffly and gross, but I am running out of time before my trip. So gotta get this up. When you see this video, I will be in Disney, which is very exciting. I'm filming this voiceover on Sunday, January 12th, Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm just very excited to go to the most magical place on earth. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about the week we are currently planning, shall we? One big thing that happened this week that I honestly teared up over is out of nowhere, I got a raise, and I was stunned to open up the email, and it was a decent, let's just say it was, not only was a raise unexpected, but a raise of that much was unexpected, and it was a big deal to me. It's the first raise I've gotten at the job I'm currently at, and I don't know, it just was such a great tone to start off this week. Some other things that happened this week is Fall Out Boy made their big tour announcement, the So Much for Tour Dust tour, and the U.S. dates at least, although the European dates are now out, and it kind of is what my week revolved around because, my life revolves around them. So they announced that on Tuesday, and then Thursday pre-sale tickets went on sale. And I managed to get the tickets I wanted to multiple shows. It just felt like a dream, considering we all know ticket sales and Ticket Monster have all been in the media for not being the best, and people have been struggling with them. So I was shocked to have no issues this day, and I just feel really fortunate about it. That I was able to get the tickets I want, and I cannot wait for their new album at all. Then also this week, it was the 10-year anniversary of February, which is, for us Fall Out Boy fans, the anniversary of when they came back from their hiatus, and I am shook that that's been 10 years. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I can tell you where I was when I heard my songs Know What You Did in the Dark for the first time, and so I had to mark that in my planner. And then also this week, big house stuff happened. We started the official renovation on my gym. This was the week that I emptied all the equipment out of my gym, which is a lot easier than it sounds because most of the equipment is meant to be lifted. So yeah, and we started the gym floor, which as I'm filming this is not done. So my house is kind of a wreck. We're hoping to get it done tomorrow, real time, the 13th, and I hope so that I could put everything back in there and at least not have my house be in chaos when I returned from my trip. But if it is, that's just how construction goes. And then also this week was like NASCAR, like preseason, if you will. So I'm excited to see that coming back. It comes back the week after the Super Bowl. We all know I'm a big NASCAR fan. My dad also surprised me and got me some flowers for my house. He bought me a potted plant, so let's see how long it takes for me to kill it. And then 2 bouquets of cut flowers. So my house is just gorgeous right now, and they are thriving, and I am going to hate to leave them to die during this trip. But, hopefully I'll return home and they will have survived. That's all we can do, right? So I feel like those were the really big things like happened on this week. Still continuing to watch Criminal Minds, that kind of stuff. Oh, also, I totally forgot. I had these 2 chairs that I adopted from my parents' house. They're really good, really well-made chairs, but the fabric on them, well, first off, it's orange primarily, and it's just not my style. So I have my mother's permission to have these chairs recovered, and I got put on a list from an upholsterer. Is that an upholstery place? I'm not sure what the official word term English is for that. Back in June, and they finally called, and the chairs are in the process of being redone. They've been stripped, and I just got them back yesterday. I have to refinish and repaint the wood, but I'm not going to have time before my trip, so that's just super unfortunate, but I'm excited to have gotten moving on that. I know I was posting fabrics when I was looking for them on Instagram, and I'm excited to have found the perfect one, and I found the perfect paint color to do the wood, and I'm just excited that some bigger projects in my house that I've been really looking forward to are finally coming around and getting done. And then also when I get back from my trip, the mirror guy is going to come out and remeasure the mirror for my gym, because there's currently no mirror. And like if you go to any fitness studio, gym, class, unless it's outside, you're surrounded by mirrors, like in any gym, in any facility. And I've really missed being able to check my form when I work out. I've been trying to use the reflection in the window, but that only gets me so far. So I'm really excited to have a big mirror be put in to my space and just feel like I have the gym of my dreams in my house. If you don't know, I am a personal trainer. I've been a certified personal trainer for 8.5 years, almost 9 years now, which is also really crazy to say. Wow, I'm old. Oh, it just made me feel so ancient. Yeah, so fitness is a big part of my life, and a big goal this year of mine is to lose at least 10 pounds, 20 desirably. I was doing really well in the beginning of the year, and then I've been sick, so I haven't been able to work out. I've barely been able to get out of bed until like the last 2 days, and honestly, Friday I probably should have been in bed, but yeah, I had to work. I didn't really have a choice, so... yesterday I felt primarily better though, but don't worry, I've tested negative. I've tested a million times. But yeah, it's been so long since I've filmed this base. And day by day, I don't even remember having to use undo or anything that really went on in the video. But this is one of those spreads that I like more in theory than I do in my actual execution. There's something about it to me that it doesn't quite hit the mark of being a banging spread, and I don't know what it is. I almost feel like it's that light tan color I don't like, and I wish would have been more of like either a richer red or maybe a green, because we all know I've been loving greens in 2023. I think it is the color of the year. I don't care what Pantone says. For me, it is green. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's how I laid the stickers down. I don't know what it is, but something about this, it just didn't turn out the way I envisioned in my head. And that's all right. Not every spread is going to be, a 10 out of 10 like how we wanted it. But it's just always frustrating when you get done with the spread and it's not what you pictured, if that makes sense. So here are those Plannahannah underlays that I mentioned, and I do PR for Hannah, so you can use my code Rosey15 to save at Hannah, or if she's having a treat week, you can put my name in the notes at checkout, so you still get my freebie. Also, I tried a different underlay alternating pattern, a different way of doing it than like everybody else does it, because I always feel like you end up with like the left side will be primarily gold, and the right side will be primarily matte bronze, and then the right side will be primarily matte silver. So I tried to do it differently this time. If you guys plan, I don't know how to explain this, just verbally without showing you, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And I like how this alternating pattern worked out better than the way I've done it previously, so that is a good mental note to know. And I also thought it just looked more even and cohesive as a spread that way. It's just like pretending like the full boxes were a third color instead of assuming like where the full box was. I don't know, you know what I mean. Like if you're looking at mine, starting on Monday, I went matte bronze, matte silver, and then there's a full box. Some people would put matte bronze, which means Thursday would be matte silver, and instead I flipped that. So to me, it looks more equal and more cohesive. I hope that made sense. I tried to explain that the best I could, but again, it's really hard to explain when I'm not live talking and pointing at the planner. I don't know. Honestly, I feel rusty at doing a voiceover and a plant with me, so if you're still watching, props to you. Leave your favorite French cuisine in the comments down below. I'm really curious. Really curious. I would have to say French onion soup. Oh my God, I had the best French onion soup when Mom and I went to Paris. We talk about it all the time. So good. And this is where I remember this now. I miscut my page, which has never happened before, but you can't really tell, and it'll be fine. And then I also had a mishap with this spread where I glued it to the monthly and then the holes didn't line up, and I tried to repunch them, and you can see where they're off up top, but it's fine. It's fine. So Monday, January 30th, I had my Q4 flip through for 2022 go live, and then I got a raise because like I said, it was a big deal. This day I folded a ton of laundry and just put it away to just start my week off right. And then I did my pull workout, which those dumbbells are from RoseyPlans. I PR for Carly, so you can use my code Rosey15 to save, or put Rosey in the notes at checkout if she's having a new release or something, or a sale. Then I did some planning while watching some Criminal Minds, a pretty boring Monday. Tuesday, like I mentioned, it was the Fall Out Boy tour announcement, and that is a custom icon Hannah made me that represents Fall Out Boy to me, so thank you so much, Hannah. I love you. And then I marked that my chairs got picked up to be stripped so that I could finish them, and then I did some planning. Then Tuesday was leg day, which is my least favorite day. I went tanning, and then we took a family nap. Lucy, Olivia, and I in bed, and I just love to mark when I get a good family cuddle sesh with them. Moving into Wednesday, the 1st of February, I marked that I had a good old-fashioned YouTube binge that day, And then I took a nap. I have been taking more naps again recently. I don't know if it's because that was like the precursor to me getting sick, or it's been like my mental health. This day I was bored out of my mind. I watched Criminal Minds all day long and played a bunch of Disney Emoji Blitz, and that little Ratatouille hat I use, chef hat, is from Yellow Gumdrop, which is a small business on Etsy run by a miner, which is super fun. And she drew all of her little doodles herself, and she has some like earrings and jewelry and stuff like that. So I highly recommend you check her out. Then Thursday, the 2nd, my Playing With Me went up, and that was my Red Riding Hood Playing With Me. Then this morning was consumed by Fall Out Boy tickets and nothing but Fall Out Boy tickets until I got the tickets I wanted, and I did, and I could not be happier and more excited. And I just used another custom from Hannah for that. And then I did my push workout, which is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Anything upper body, is my favorite. Just not legs. Legs and cardio are my least favorite. Any type of upper body, love. Then I went tanning, trying to get a base before I'm in the sun a lot so I don't fry like a lobster. Then I watched Ratatouille this day and did some laundry. And that Ratatouille sticker is from Creativity and Ink. Then, am I ahead of myself? I am ahead of myself. Dang it, I've been doing better at that. By the way, all the foiled scripts are from the Scribble Prints Co foil bundle. Moving into Friday, the first thing I put in was that it was payday, and I have to say this was like the saddest payday ever because hours at work have been so low. It was still a payday, but can't wait for them to pick up. And then I did my makeup, and that heart lipstick is from RoseyPlans, and then I went to work. When I was driving home, I stopped and tanned, and then my mom came over and surprised me with Tito. And Mom and I watched the newest season of The Ugliest Houses in America, and we don't agree with their picks and a lot of things about that show. But if you watch it, let me know which house you think is the ugliest. I'm really curious. Then Saturday, I marked the 10-year anniversary of February and marked that I had to wash my duvet cover again because I'm not mad at her, but Lucy threw up on it and she acted all guilty and it was really sad. Then I just used this gym bag to mark that I had to empty my gym. I did my makeup this day because I wanted to feel pretty for when I went to work, which this day I did have to work. And then I came home, and Mom and I had a good old-fashioned My 600-Pound Life binge of, like, the original seasons, which I don't think I'd ever seen. I've seen a lot of the other seasons, but I'd never seen season 1, at least that I can remember. And then Sunday, I marked that the gym floor got started, and it was very exciting, and that my dad brought me flowers, which was super nice of him, and I'm just enjoying them while I can. And then this day, I redid my nails. I put on this black set that you have here, and today is actually their last day on my hands because I'm going to Disney. I got to do something more fun than just, like, black with some lace. Like, that's not very Disney. Then I marked that my dad changed my air filters just so I can keep better track of that. Mom and I started trying to watch that 90s show. It wasn't her thing. I think I was enjoying it more than she was. And then I marked that NASCAR was on, but I had to pick it up because I realized there was one full box I didn't use, and this box was a half box, so I could just hide it under this box. And then I will have used all of the boxes. How many times did I just say box? Box. Here's your close-up of the second half of the week. There was what I was talking about with that full box. And here is the spread. For some reason, I could not get the lighting in this film clip to look any crisper or clearer than this, but I promise it will get better when we do the close-up at the end. These are just the scripts that I made myself. This font is called Authentic Ratatouille. It was free off of defont.com. And if I remember, I will link it in the description box down below if you want to use it as well. But it was pretty easy to use. And I just love going all scripts and no handwriting. I have never looked back since I've started doing that. I know a lot of people are thinking about committing to it, but if you have the ability to, I highly recommend it. I just feel like spreads, it just is an added touch to them. So here's the close-up of my finished spread. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You are my people. If you haven't, I hope you'll think about giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'd like what you'd see and think about sticking around and becoming one of my friends here on my channel. If you are struggling with your mental health, just know that you are not alone, and I am rooting for you. My DMs are always open, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!